You can't put a shoe on every horse. Dallas Cowboys. The return of David Irving to the team in 2018 should have been a welcome change for the veteran defensive lineman, following an emotionally draining offseason. The problem was Irving returned for just one practice preceding the Week 5 battle with the Houston Texans, following a 4-game suspension for violating the league's substance abuse policy, only to again be absent as he dealt with personal, family matters. Oddly enough, Irving was still moved to the active 53-man roster by the Cowboys, despite then being ruled out of the game not long after. He'd return in Week 6 against the Jacksonville Jaguars but played only 2 games before suffering a high ankle sprain that, combined with lingering off-the-field issues, sidelined him for the rest of the season. Over the course of the year, owner Jerry Jones' optimism devolved from consistently foreshadowing the return of Irving on a week-to-week basis, to simply providing broad-stroke comments that stretched the hope from weekly to expecting him to return this season, but Irving never did. Question marks surrounding Irving's dedication to football, or lack thereof, have been well-founded for some time now. As if matters could not be any worse, there may be big trouble looming on the horizon for Irving, and it may be the straw that breaks the Cowboys' collective back regarding his situation. With Mike Fisher of 247 Sports reporting in mid-January that Irving missed multiple, mandatory NFL drug tests over the course of November and December, holding out even a glimmer of hope seems counterproductive. Having already been suspended last season for violation the NFL substance abuse policy, a missed test is the equivalent to a failed one in the league's eyes, and, furthermore, each missed test can be ruled a separate violation. If that were to happen in Irving's case, he could end up facing an indefinite suspension that mirrors the arc of wide receiver Josh Gordon. For a player who wanted to prove himself worthy of more than the second-round tender he was paid in 2018, Irving has unfortunately done the polar opposite. The impact of linemen Malik Collins and Tyrone Crawford have steadied the three-tech role in a big way, and the team rattled off 5 straight wins in a 7-1 back-end stretch to the season without Irving, while remaining one of the more dominant pass-rush units in the NFL. He's certainly a freakish talent, but that only matters between the hashes, and Irving can't seem to stay there, having played in only 10 of the last 34 games. He also has just 10 starts in his 4 seasons as a professional football player, and all things being considered, you'd be hard-pressed to justify the Cowboys re-signing him after hitting him with what was essentially a prove-it deal 1 year ago, only to see the unsettled pass rusher do the exact opposite. Irving is an unrestricted free agent in March, and has done nothing to command even a medium dollar, especially for a team who continues to put work into Taco Charlton while carrying a lot of excitement on rookie Durance Armstrong and having seen impact from Daniel Ross. Charlton may have been in the doghouse, but Irving remains stuck in the outhouse, and comparing his situation to that of defensive end Randy Gregory would be wholly disingenuous for a variety of reasons. Most notably, Gregory has never been a free agent, and since his presence on the suspended, reserved list never counted against the active roster or the team's salary cap, the Cowboys were never pressed to move on from him. They probably wouldn't have even if they were put in that position, however, because Gregory has something else Irving doesn't, and it's been a key driver in seeing him reinstated and having now become one of the better comeback stories in the NFL. He craves football. There's no evidence the same is true of Irving, whom the Cowboys are finally free of this offseason. The whispers behind the scenes regarding Irving have reached a loud rumble, and nothing I'm hearing is positive. The organization has offered a mountain of assistance to help aid in Irving's off-the-field issues and turn him into the star pass rusher they know he can be, but it's time they come to the realization that if a horse isn't thirsty, it won't drink, no matter how refreshing the water might be. At a certain point, it's best to simply let the Mustang out of the stable and focus on those who are trying to get ready for the Derby. It appears they're finally ready to do just that.